Graham, what can you tell me about Life Chips?
Okay, so imagine that when you're born, you're given a pile of chips to pay for life experiences. Now, the size of this chip pile is determined by a lot of things. Genetics and mostly genetics. But so as you go through life, every time you want to have a great night out with your buddies, that's going to cost chips. Depending on how hard you go and how long you go, it takes more chips to pay for it. And smoking cigarettes cost chips, and just eating less than stellar food costs chips, and just all those little things that we do that we know aren't healthy, but we're not seeing any effect right now. Well, the reason you're not seeing any effect is because you're working your way through your chips. But if you don't know how many chips you have left or how many you're spending, then it's really easy to find yourself at the end of that pile where all of a sudden drinking alcohol taxes you so bad that it takes you forever to recover, or staying up a little bit later than normal without drinking and you get the headache from being tired and the body aches. That's because you're burning through those chips. And that chip pile doesn't get bigger. It doesn't just magically show back up. And so you see this all the time where old guys are smoking cigarettes and drinking whiskey, going off about, I've done this for 40 years. And you're thinking, wow, why is that possible? How is he not feeling an effect on that? Well, he's still burning through the chips, but one day you will get to the end of that pile. You'll have burned through so many of those chips that you don't have any left to pay for the little things. And that's kind of how the body works. It's only capable of so much resilience before the cost of these actions exceed the value of the actions themselves. And so it's very important to be mindful of where you are spending those chips, how you're spending those chips, and how quickly you are burning through those chips, until one day the things that always were off, I've always done it like this, and then all of a sudden your favorite meal leaves you gassy and bloated and your joints are aching and stuff like that. Every action has a cost, whether you want to believe it or not. You're spending those chips. And the trick is to rein in that spending before you run out.